Hi everybody, I'm just taking the opportunity to give everybody a communication update so that you know what's been happening, what's happening over the next couple of weeks and what the intention is for where things are going. So firstly, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of the students who are submitting work so far. The quality has been absolutely outstanding. It's delightful seeing the students, what their ideal timetable would look like, what their dream career for the future is, and all of the things that generally make them happy in their lives. I've been overwhelmed. I've seen some amazing self-portraits, and I really have been impressed by the top standard of work that's been submitted, and so have all of the support staff and the teachers that you've met so far through the videos. They've all wanted me to pass on how well they think you're doing, so keep up the good work. Today we launched the form group peer survey, and that's really important. We want to know who the students want to be with in their form. There is one compulsory section, and that is for the students to say who the number one person is that they want to be with. The rest are desirables, and we will absolutely endeavour to keep students in small peer groups if they identify them. We can't guarantee it, and we never can, but we always work our hardest, and we spend a long time trying to make sure that we get this right, because we recognise that being in a form for 5 years is really important. It's really important for us to get the dynamics and the relationships right. So we do put time in, and it is important to us. So do take the time to fill that in carefully. It might be that you didn't have time to find out from some of your classmates and peers if they're coming to Newman before school's closed. And if that's the case, put down who you think might be coming, and put as many people down as you can. I think there are 5 options for you to put, and we will do our best to try and get you with some of the people that you list on your form. That peer survey is open for a week, so it's just over a week. It's really important that we get that information back so that we can start the planning and logistics, because we do spend quite a long time on it in setting our forms. Now, on the 15th of June, the uniform shop is opening. They're opening from 10 AM to 4 PM, but they're also accepting telephone orders. So if you would prefer to, if you know your sizes that's required and whatnot, and you want to place your order over the phone, that's absolutely fine. They will have strict social distancing measures in place in the shop, and I think there are only 4 people allowed in the shop at any one time, and they've requested that young people be beside adults at all times if they are in the shop with them. They will have hand sanitizers available on the doors, and they have said that if there are vulnerable children or vulnerable adults who've been shielding or isolating, that they can book a time slot to go in if needs be. But they have asked that you really kind of think carefully about how essential that time slot is, as they are limited and they are servicing all of Carlisle for a variety of schools. They've requested that where possible you take the size measurements in advance if you can. They will have tape measures available in the shop, but again, to speed up the process, because they'll only have such limited numbers of people in the shop at any one time, they have said that that would be advantageous to have measurements in advance. They've said that returns are more complicated and more complex because of national guidelines. So if anything needs to be returned, it will take longer. So it's really important that they get those kind of initial measurements right in the first instance. They've also requested that you state whether your child that your child is a year 6 student going into year 7 for the uniform with the new logo, because they've only got limited amounts. So we're saying that for all of our year 6 into 7s, we'd like them to have the blazer with the logo. Now, the logo is the only aspect of the uniform that's changing. Everything else is staying the same, but for our year 6 into 7, we want them to have that new logo for the fresh start at the new school. On the 15th of June, subject teachers are going to start delivering their online content. So you've met support staff, you've met the head teacher, the senior assistant head teachers, and some of the people who are kind of work behind the scenes Now you're going to meet your subject leaders and your subject teachers, and they're going to give you daily activities for the different subjects that they teach for you to be getting involved with. And we're all really excited. Having seen the standard of work that's came in so far, we can't wait to see what's coming next when you get into your actual subject specific content. On Wednesday the 24th of June, I'm planning on launching the first Year 6 online assembly. Now, whether we do that as a remote online session where people join, or whether it's a video, I'm still ironing out some of those details, but I will let you know well in advance so you know what to expect. On the same day, we're putting on a parent and student presentation, and that's all about the culture, the ethos of our school. It's all about the day-to-day running of the school. What does our behaviour system look like? What does the reward system look like? What are the school dinners like, and how will you pay? All of those things that you'll want to consider. And we'll go into a lot of detail. The sessions usually the presentation lasts about 50 minutes when we present it in person. So it is quite a long one, but it's got loads of essential information in, so it's an important one. We also intend to run an electronic live chat alongside that, where you can submit questions in writing, and we'll reply to them and respond as time goes on. So any you've got in advance, please do get in touch and email them through the transition email address that's located beside this video. On Friday the 10th of July, we want to host a Celebrating Success Assembly. That is all of the work that the students have submitted so far, all of the good things that they've been sending in. We want to bring it all together in a celebration video, and we want to acknowledge that success and to welcome the students ready for September. On Monday the 13th of July, we're going to release our September intention plan. Now this is what we foresee being the plan in September, how things will work, how students will arrive, and what we understand the plan to be based on the national guidance at that time. That might change because things are changing weekly, so if it does, that's fine. We will keep you informed and updated, but we want to reassure people that there will be a plan in place before the summer, so that students are not worrying, they're not spending the time fretting about what's going to happen. It's already a worrying enough time going to a new school as it is. We want to do everything we can to remove as many of those worries as possible. So that September intention plan is absolutely essential, we believe, to ensure that you're all as reassured as possible that things are in hand. We communicate changes via the transition page on the website. We communicate via email, via text message, and via letter. Letters have been sent to primary schools to disseminate. Letters have been sent to emails already. So if your email address has changed, or your details have changed, please do let us know again through the transition email, so that we can update our records to keep you informed and in the loop. That's really important. We want to communicate with you, and we want to let you know of changes as they happen. On Monday the 13th of July as well, we'll announce the form groups and what form the students will be in. So we are looking at a way for students to meet their tutor and their form, if that's possibly an online session again. We are looking at the logistics of that and whether it can work in reality, and we will release more details of that nearer the time as well. Hopefully throughout this you're feeling informed and you're feeling reassured, because that's our absolute intention. We want you to feel reassured. We want you to be secure in the knowledge that this is all in hand. Thank you again for all of the engagement. Please do keep the emails coming in with the work submissions. I love reading them. I love seeing what every student is sending us, and you are building up such a really big picture of who you are and what you're about, and that only helps us to make sure you have the best possible start. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody has a nice weekend, and I'll see you soon.